All right. Hello, Guardians. Welcome to episode 53 of Blood, Sweat, and Beers. No tears this week because, as always, fuck Houston. On this episode, we cover a double game week with Trinity, one mediocre, one not so great. FC Dallas, comeback kings. Let's really appreciate Musa while we have him. USL in their third week, NWSL in their second week, and much more on this episode of Blood, Sweat, and Beers. All right, gentlemen, how was your weekend? I know it was great. We had a lot of beer. We had some soju. Yes. We'll get to why in a second. But before we start, we're going to do one quick thing. We're going to plug our new merch here. As you see that sweet hat on my man here. There we go. We got DBG caps in. Coming soon to a website near you. It might actually be there by the time this is posted.
Yep. So, I believe these are going up for less than $35. So it might be $34.99. I don't know what the official final price is, but these are going to be pre-order special. Get them in. We're going to be doing several runs of these, but you're going to want to get them because they're going fast. We did a short run, and they all went at the tailgate this week. So we're going to throw them up on the website. It's quality hat, right? Contrast here, color brim here, fully embroidered logo on the side, minimalistic, simplistic, snap bizac.
Dennis, does it say which version of the Richardson hat it is? Because some people pick their hats and stuff based on
this. Is the Richardson model 356.
There you go.
Let's just put it away. It's not New Era, but it's fine. It'll do.
Right. New Era is now owned by Fanatics, and that's hot garbage now. So
it is.
That's a bummer.
All right. So as always, we're gonna jump in here with our brand new graphic at Dallas Guardians on everything. Shout out to Scott for this. Follow us on any social media. That's how you keep up. That's how we'll make announcements. Obviously, you can like, share, and subscribe on this video here. Right here, down here. Smash the thumbs button. I'm trying to become an anti-YouTuber, but smash the thumbs. Yeah, smash the thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to this video. We'd really appreciate it. But again, to keep up with us, these are all our social medias. Also, you can sign up for our newsletter on the website, DallasBearGuardians.com. All right, so we're going to jump into unscheduled physical media.
Hey, remember this week. Check that out.
Cheers. All right. It's a success already.
So I'm going to start off with an album that I was really excited about, heard good things about, could not wait, bought it on Amazon. It was in the Saturday it came out. It's the Gorillaz Company album. Just got it in, came out last Friday. Not a fan. I am so disappointed.
I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, if you're a fan of the Clint Eastwood run, this is not what you're going to get. Even the Cracker Island album I enjoy more than this, but I love these guys, and it's the thing about music. If I'm a fan of yours, I will support you by buying your actual product because I don't believe in getting pennies on the dollar for your work. So, but if you're a Gorillaz fan, I recommend. I don't recommend, but if you're a Gorillaz fan, support your band, the Company. All right, Dennis, what do you got?
So I'm keeping it in the soccer family this week.
Hold on. It's called The Mountain, not The Company. I don't know why I keep repeating that. The Mountain. Okay, there we go. Dennis, go ahead.
I'm going to keep it in the soccer family this week, and I'm going to shout out our friends over at Protagonist who released these two incredible zines over the past couple of months, and near and dear to my heart. Hubert's got a copy there as well.
Pretty sick, actually.
Near and dear to my heart. Both issues so far have been very much so. But issue 1 is Tales of New York, and it's some history of football across the great state of New York, the Empire State. There's a little bit of Cosmos history and some great stories about lower league soccer. And then issue 2, Songs of the Southwest, featuring the great state of Texas. So both very near and dear to my heart. 2 really cool issues. Go hit up our friends at Protagonist. And each one of these comes with a awesome sticker pack with some local clubs. I don't have them all here, but we got an Outlaws sticker. We've got a Diablo sticker that came with that. My water bottle is already wearing the Cosmos sticker that came with that, which is right alongside the brand new, just released for the first time ever being seen this weekend, Copatea sticker that came out
Beautiful.
this weekend as well. So go check out our friends at Protagonist. They cover lower league soccer all across the country. They have a great USL podcast. If you're into the Super League, they've got a Super League podcast. So Protagonist Media everywhere.
Yes, indeed. Scott, you're up next.
All right. So I like to read. I'm generally on Kindle these days, but I do go out of my way to buy Brandon Sanderson's books. This is Way of Kings, first book in the Stormlight archive, which
Basically
is
a classic at this point.
basically a classic at this point. And one of the reasons I love Sanderson is that, man, he churns out books.
Oh, they all do.
Well, not all of them, man. I used to really love George R.R. Martin and Rothfuss, but
I'm talking about like the Peterson, the Tom Clancy books. They pump out 5.
George Martin might drop dead before he releases Winds of
for
Winter.
at least another one.
Oh,
yeah.
I fully have just considered that series as never getting finished. Same with King Killer Chronicles. But yeah, I've actually got the like premium hardback leather-bound version of all of Sanderson's books as well that he's done so far.
That's a lot of them.
For sure. That's awesome.
It's very cool. But yes, it is a lot of books. I've spent way too much money on that.
Okay, so what's the book again? Go ahead and show it one more time for us, Scott.
Sorry. It's The Way of Kings. Think desert landscape with a lot of hurricanes and guys fighting with lightsabers, but high fantasy.
Insanely popular book series.
For sure. I do want to say I started this segment to get young hipsters to like us for vinyl, and we're aging ourselves out. But it's fine.
We are, aren't we?
But it's all good. It's all good. I love it. Physical.
Well, look, I've probably been the worst because I brought out Super Smash Brothers a couple of weeks back. So
that's
really?
hip again. No, that's hip again. That is definitely making a block. Yeah. All right, Hubert, what do you got for your physical media?
All right. Because I lost the case, I have the tiniest little chip of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
There you go. Love it.
Which I'm about to finish playthrough for the second time. I love these kinds of games. I'm a Zelda loser. I played Ocarina of Time again recently. But anyway, man.
Here's my dirty little secret. It took me until I was in my mid-20s before I realized the girl is Zelda.
That's classic.
I know that bit, but I've still never played a Zelda game.
I think in Breath of the Wild they make it very clear, at least.
Yeah, this is like calling the Mario games Princess Peach, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely the same. Yes.
Just like, what are we doing? Yeah, but sorry, go ahead, Hubert.
No. Breath of the Wild is to a lot of people the best one. That could be a recency bias. It's hard to say. Also, the newer games are so different from the older games. But Breath of the Wild is open world, role play kind of stuff. You just go do whatever. You can go fight the final boss at the very beginning if you want. So it's pretty open-ended. It's a lot of fun. You can put as much time in it as you want or as little as you want. But yeah, I recommend Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom if you're looking for something new and interesting. And the art style is gorgeous.
Fair enough. So that is our physical media segment. So we're going to recap right quick. I have The Mountain by Gorillaz. Dennis had
not the company.
There you go. Not exactly. Okay. Dennis had the Protagonist sticker series, right?
Zine series.
It's a zine.
Zine series. There we go.
It is pretty sick. You should check it out.
Yep, for sure. And then Scott.
And they're only like $5. They're like $5 or $6 shipped.
We got The Way of the Kings, which I'm sure will be a movie in like 10 years, for sure. And the classic that is Zelda. For sure. All right. So we're going to give an ISO on Hubert here to give can I just put him on the screen? I think I can.
Not a big deal either way.
No, it's fine. But no, go ahead, Hubert. Let's go ahead.
No, these guys have been nice enough to give me a minute to talk about mental health. I recently lost a good friend, and I found out just a few days ago that basically had taken his own life. And his wife was wonderful, and on the all the materials that she put out and everything, it all had mental health information, even information on how to take mental health first aid classes and stuff like that. So I just wanted to I just remind everybody that everyone's got their own battles going on. Everybody's dealing with things differently mentally. You know, depression can feel like nothing, and then it hits all of a sudden one day. You never know how it's going to happen. So check on your friends and make sure your friends know that you are there if they need to reach out to someone, right? Obviously, you know, it's fresh for me and it can feel a little bit different, but it's most important to do this when it's not important, I guess. I don't know how else to put that. These conversations are important to have before it's an issue. But just want to give y'all some resources. The National Council for Mental Well-Being actually offers a mental health first aid class if you're interested in that kind of thing. I believe it's completely free. And there's a suicide crisis lifeline. You see the number on there. It's 988. If you are a veteran, which my friend was, they do also have a specific extension 1 that will take you to a veteran specific suicide and crisis prevention thing. But they have text, they have call. I think they might even have video chat on that number. So anything you need on that kind of thing. I know a lot of people don't want to talk on the phone. Shoot them a text. Someone will respond to you. So just, you know, be aware of your friends, be aware of veterans and first responders that are dealing with depression. It's a huge killer for them. So appreciate the time on that, guys.
And I'll just add, look, we've got a great group of friends here. And if you're watching this, you probably know at least one of us personally and friends with us personally. So you've got great friends here to reach out that care about you.
Indeed.
Yeah, reach out to one of us if you need to.
Yes, without a doubt. I mean, except me. No, I'm kidding. But no. In all seriousness, though, every like Hubert said, everyone's fighting their own secret battle. But we just want
you don't have to tough it out.
You don't have to go down alone. So we're going to make a small transition here from that news, which is obviously, you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. But
I'll give you
positive mental health news.
A goofy transition. My physical media is my jury summons that I just received.
Awesome. Well, no, I was going to say to Cheris, we all support a team that can sometime bring us to depression, but unfortunately for us, every once in a while, they do something magical like this. For anyone who's not hearing the audio, this is the winning goal. Fuck Houston, Musa quickly becoming an absolute legend here in Frisco, and ran over to the supporters section.
Yeah, that love. Moment.
You know, we love this sport, but we know that life is real, and this is really just a distraction. So there we go.
Honestly.
Oh, there's Scotty right there. There you go.
Hey.
There we go. So this was pretty dope, man. Yeah. So that was the transition I was aiming for there. There you go.
That was the winning goal.
Yes.
And it was the goal that put him in the lead as far as the all-time leading scorer for Copa Tejas.
Which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I was hoping for that going into the weekend, and I got home Saturday night and spent 2 hours editing Wikipedia trying to reflect that on the stats, but I had to learn the syntax. So
yeah,
Wikipedia took me longer than it should have.
Wikipedia is some old school. You have to somewhat know how to code, which I guess is a good thing because it means any idiot can't just go
right.
In there
You can't just edit it. Yeah.
But yeah, so four good guys, 3 FC. I'm sorry, I've lost track here.
And 3 to go.
Yeah, there we go. Fuck Houston. So
I will say it must have been a really, really long, arduous, quiet bus ride home for the Houston faithful, and I hope they got to stop at Buc-ee's. That's all that matters.
There we go. I mean, you got to.
And I hope it was too busy.
Yes.
And I hope the bathrooms were dirty.
Well, that we know that's not true.
Yeah, no,
I hope
you're right.
they were out of.
That's impossible.
Nuggets.
That's impossible.
Yeah, we know Buc-ee's. None of these things we're saying actually happened. This is like
the only one that might be true is it being too busy. That's it.
Fair enough. So here's the lineup, guys. So there were some changes, or I mean, I guess not really changes. The big one being Musa being benched, rested, sat down. I don't know what it is.
They said he had a stomach bug or something, right?
Is that what it is?
Somebody said he was sick.
Here's the thing.
Small knock was the story that was told on the pregame show.
Gotcha. Yeah, he had a small knock into the back of their net for us.
A team person said that he had been sick. I will say that.
Okay, let's get back on track here. So
doesn't matter.
Musa got benched. I don't know. this lineup is not how they played. So do we want to start positive or we want to start negative?
I mean, we can do it as the game went. Start kind of positive,
right,
and
I'm gonna
break us apart.
Before we dive in too much, I just want to say this that I take bribes, and I was handed a bag of cookies this weekend, so I am contractually obligated to not say bad things about Michael Collodi.
Look,
don't worry. Look, I will be doing it, and I'm sure I'll get another thumbs down on this video. But
I think with the Collodi thing is remember, go back to that Open Cup where he very much got chipped and it was on him. He's gonna own that, and he will own this too.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So we'll start off. It started off great, as Hubert said, right? Quick goals in quick succession. 6 minutes in, Farrington. It was a hell of a touch over the top.
Oh, I mean, one of the best touches we've seen in Frisco ever.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
What a ball by Shaq over the top.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah,
incredible pass.
And then, so that's the 6 minute. Then in the 14th minute, he doubles the lead, does the shush the crowd. Everyone's ecstatic. And then from there, in a 29, 31, and 33.
It's like 4.5 minutes.
4 minute stat.
They
basically banged us in. I'm gonna go down the stats here right quick. We basically dominated the game on paper, right? 12 shots, 7 on target, 55% passes, 80% accuracy. Yellow cards. Obviously, they got the red. Not that many offsides. So I guess
how many
that was
red
great.
cards is that for Houston now this season?
4 out of 5
already?
games.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's not great. But yeah, do we want to talk about the Collodi one, which I think was the second one, right, where he went on the walkabout?
I think it was the first.
I think that was the first.
The first one was a bad
one
pass.
Collapse.
The first one was a bad pass out of the back.
I mean, it honestly felt like you turned off. You got careless. You got a little casual in the lead, maybe, and yeah. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's all on him. It really is.
Right. Bad pass, and then could not decide whether or not to come out and attack the player or go backwards to the goal, and ended up doing neither.
Yeah, you got caught in the middle.
Although I'm gonna, again, because my frustration with that, right, is not necessarily him. Is just that everyone told me, "Oh, he has great feet. His passing's good," and I'm like, "Huh."
No. What everyone told you was that he has better feet than Puss.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, okay.
That's what it was.
Okay. And then second goal, this is the one that really pissed me from where I watched. Johansson did not follow that guy at all. That was terrible.
I've rewatched that one a bunch of times. I think he just straight up got beat. Anali is the second fastest recorded speed in Major League Soccer this season. Okay. I think he just got beat.
Who's number one?
I don't know.
No,
Trinity? I don't know. Sorry. What?
I was wondering if you knew.
No, I have no idea who number one is. Going into the game, somebody pointed out how quick Anali was and that he had the second highest recorded sprint speed. Of course, as a defender, you want to account for that as best you can. So yes, like Johansson definitely got beat there. But man, I think just straight up, this guy outran him. And then he runs in front of goal, and God, he's so quick. So I don't know. I just think his speed was a killer all game.
So I think that was definitely part of it. But I do think that after that first goal went in, and then even more so after that second one, it felt like everybody just kind of lost their heads.
Yeah. My frustration on that goal is more about how I didn't feel like our other defenders came back fast enough. Like it almost felt like they thought, that he's got it covered or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was definitely some confusion as to whose responsibility, and I will say that is one thing that. Not having Ibiaga at the back, there's nobody really to organize the way Ibi does, and that's I think where that's what they see in him, right? His ability to organize in the back is what kind of keeps some of the cohesiveness, even when he's not able to keep up. Like I said, they lost their heads, and that resulted in the second and the third goal, and they just completely kind of gave up. But
the third goal, man, Kappish just got bodied at the right time and then picked. I mean, it was just no chance. They manhandled our defense on that corner.
Yep.
We just got totally beat. There you go. Marcus found it. Let's see it.
Are we going to get a copyright strike for this?
No, that's why I'm not full screening.
No audio.
Yeah. Good touch.
That touch is.
Bang,
oh, my God. And
bang.
he megs them both, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he megs the defender and the keeper. Oh. That's
absolutely
incredible.
beautiful.
Guys,
Look,
that's
and that was an
smart.
athletic goal from Logan, but that was a technical goal too, right? That's something that we've seen Logan get better and better at as his career has gone on here too.
Well, you read the quote, right? At least I think I saw it on the third degree right up on the thing. He was talking about like, I'm really confident in my touch, but that one really caught me off guard too.
Yep.
Like even he was surprised at how silky that was.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are you gonna play the next ones, Marcus, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm working.
No, you're good. I was just asking so we wouldn't like go past it and start talking about it. Well, while he's trying to pull that up, I think one of the things that I really thought was positive in this game was watching Logan and Kaique just draw fouls all game.
Mm-hmm.
They drew so many fouls.
Yeah, I think that was where Kaique really stood out this week. Really, just I mean, it wasn't a great physical performance. It wasn't a great performance by Kaique this week, but yeah, definitely a good call there. He was able to draw fouls and get in there defensively. And
I don't mind if he doesn't have the ball out performance when he doesn't have the defensive responsibilities. At least, like if you're giving me chances on goal from free kicks, it's something at least.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hockey assists, so I will give Valiente this one right here. Good touch, Johansson. This is what we're paying him for.
That's his job right there. That's his job.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll take a hockey assist is
the third
assist
pass.
before the
assisting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would we call that a key pass most of the time? Probably.
I think so.
I can't remember for sure what that stat is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll take that.
I'm glad you brought it, Valiente. I do think this is the first game where it really looked like the clicking was starting to happen. It's still not there, but definitely saw a lot more chemistry between him and the other attackers. I thought that was a lot of fun. Obviously, he got the full-blown assist later too, which was a great cross. But yeah, I'm hoping that keeps developing. We'll see. You know, he's not a DP, and it sounds like they want him to play like a DP and not be one. So we'll see.
I like having him out there, though. I really enjoy the players that just have a motor and go for it. Like Kaique. Oh. I was really big on Kaique very early last year because he will just get out there and he will run all game, until that motor finally gives out.
Yeah, right. Sure. That's the thing. And, I do like a little engine.
He gets out there and he'll, go right up to the keeper,
And for a guy that's a little undersized too, he doesn't shy, but he doesn't shy away from physical contact.
Yeah.
Well, he's undersized, but not. Who's the guy we sent to Saudi Arabia? That guy's tiny.
No, Salih.
And a Salih, yeah.
Yeah. So here's the big mistake here, guys.
Someone
taught me through this. So back pass to Colodi.
I don't know that there's much to walk through other than that was bad.
It was just not enough on that pass from Colodi. Just not enough on it.
Careless, casual. It's just careless and casual. That's all I could take from it. That's terrible.
Yeah,
man.
This is not the first
not great
mistake we've seen from Colodi.
Well, they have a starter behind him, and maybe that's the pressure be mounted
on him.
Well,
he had the Open Cup game last year where he came out too far and it just went over his head. Yeah. This reminds me a lot of this, or that. This goal reminded me a lot of that. However, look, I do fantasy soccer with my brother and my nephew, and I've got Colodi, and I think the guy who's performing best in MLS right now as far as fantasy is the San Jose keeper, or he was at least a week or two ago. And every week I look and I'm like, okay, which do I want? Do I want Colodi or do I want this other guy that's putting up big numbers? And every week I end up going with Colodi. And
homerism.
So yeah. Do what? Oh, absolutely, man. I hate that they'll only let me have 3 FC Dallas guys.
Which one is this?
This is the header. I forgot. This is the second one.
Where
this is a set piece goal.
Like you watch Kappas just get pushed off and just not be able to do anything. Like you just got manhandled.
I mean, this is nothing new, right? FC Dallas has not been good on set pieces for some time now. This is not anything really new for us.
I agree.
Are we gonna keep going on the second half, or what do you want to do?
I mean, nothing really happened in the second half.
Nothing.
What happened in the second half? Well, we already did the first goal. The winning goal.
Well,
but yeah, go ahead.
I do, in defense of Colodi, because that's my role now. I'm the official Colodi defender here. And like I said, I've been bribed with some incredible
he's a cheap
cookies.
buy.
Cookies.
Check out Colodi Bakery on Instagram.
They were beautiful cookies.
They were beautiful cookies and they were delicious cookies. Okay, so check out Colodi Bakery on Instagram. But in defense of Colodi, that save at the end that kept them in this game and kept them from giving up the lead, that was a massive, massive save. And I think that was the only save he actually had on the game. But that last save in the final minutes of the game to keep them from giving up that goal was massive.
Yeah, well, you know, Michael Colodi is obviously not a world beater, right? Like he's not this unstoppable keeper. He's 24 years old. He can hopefully grow into that.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get him a job in the Italian league.
These kinds of things are the risks you take, though, when you're going with the younger guy. You know, it just is what it is.
So we'll go over their last goal. Johansson getting absolutely torched.
Roasted,
now, I will say,
man. Look how quick
he
this
had
dude runs by.
Full head of steam running at him, but
I do think I would have liked to see a little bit more like bumping maybe or something here.
I mean, the line was completely
look at this, just
off there too.
My God. And the pass was phenomenal.
Yeah.
My big takeaway from this game is, hey, look at that. When your DPs perform, your teams do well. And fuck him for celebrating in front of our section like that. It's okay. It's okay. He got beat for that last goal, and I'm fine with it.
I'm surprised we didn't keep the D-cell batteries in stock for that one.
No, we're not doing that.
Guilherme, though, from Houston, he's been performing super well for them. And yeah, it's when you get a DP that's actually performing, man, like he can keep you in a game. It's insane. And obviously Musa came in and did his job as a DP.
Big win, though. Big win. Big feelings all around. The section was lit. Tailgate was lit. It was a great party every which way. Tifo looked great. Not enough, I think I can say about how much fun of a weekend this was.
Yeah. I think I just have one more thing about how FC Dallas played in this game that I really enjoyed, which was I think FC Dallas adapted really well to the reffing and the way the game was being played.
Absolutely.
I think that was a big reason they were able to get back in it or stay in it at the time. They adapted the reffing. They could read when they should go down, and that resulted in a red card later, obviously. I do think they did well with that, which I don't think our teams have done well in the past, including this season. So,
yes, indeed. So up next we have it's like 2 weeks, right? We have enough. Is this our bye week?
Yes. It's an international window. So Musa's going to be down in Orlando playing Colombia.
This will be the one where we're like, all right, is Musa going to the World Cup or not? Basically,
for sure. Jamaica. I know Jamaica will be playing their first of two. Well, first
qualifiers
that
they have
to win. Yes. So
that's
we're playing
stressful, man.
not the Congo. Who are we playing first? Another small African nation. Yeah. So rooting for my boys. I know Blake is injured, so I don't know what the goalkeeping situation is.
New Caledonia, by the way. It's New Caledonia.
New Caledonia. There you go. We fired our coach. Yeah. Our coach resigned after not automatically qualifying, so they hired a local coach, really good coach. He's in charge of Mount Pleasant, which is the team we always send to CONCACAF Champions League. So he's a solid coach. That's our powerhouse club. So he's doing
what
duty.
LAFC in Champions?
After not getting 10 of their players to come in because of visa issues, but whatever. We probably weren't going to win anyway, but obviously that's a big asterisk on that game. But yeah, he's picking a heavily local team for our qualification, so we'll see how that goes.
I don't know. That's worked for a lot of teams in the past. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. You don't think that Jamaica's just clear cut better than New Caledonia?
Oh no, what Caledonia? Yes, the Congo is what I'm worried about.
I misunderstood. Yeah.
I'm just worried about us overlooking and like, oh, we're just going to focus on the Congo and then get a late loser at the end. So I'm worried about that. But we'll see. What's my guy from Aston Villa? He's healthy and back. He just scored in I think Europa League. So Leon Bailey, he's healthy and back from Roma. So good luck. Fingers crossed. Jamaica qualification. Musa. We're caught in two minds. We want him to do well, but if he does well, he won't be here. So it's one of them things. But as you know,
I mean, look, I know everybody's saying that, but if he gets called up for the World Cup, he's playing international football. If they want to pay him, I think you can keep him here for a little while.
I will say that at the end of the day, I think the Hunts also see this performance and go, You're gonna have to pay us though. Like you got to think their price tag is going up.
Oh,
Oh,
price
for
of
sure.
brick going up 100%. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Definitely not.
Absolutely. All right. So,
Hey, before we move on from FC Dallas,
Yeah, go
just
ahead.
real quick. Benji Flowers made his debut at North Texas this week. Second youngest player in club history.
How old?
14 and
Awesome.
11 months, I believe. Hold on, I got it. 14 years, 11 months, 7 days. Second youngest player in club history.
Players half my age are debuting. Holy cow.
It's crazy.
that's a fact. Actually,
I got shoes older than that.
we'll talk about this in Open Cup. A 14-year-old actually scored against a professional side. So
Pretty
that was
much been
dope.
married that long at this point. That's crazy.
Eighth graders scoring goals.
Hey, the
Eighth
old
graders
soccer,
scoring goals. Yeah.
the old soccer saying, and it only works for soccer.
Yes.
Don't think any Epstein. If you're good enough, or wait, is it? If you're old enough, you're good enough. I don't remember.
If you're
Whatever
good enough,
version-
you're old enough. That
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually the Epstein motto. Anyway, so we're gonna move on here. So most people don't know FC or Dallas has been lots of cities around the country have been claiming Soccer City, but Dallas has been hosting one of the largest youth tournaments in North America for a very long time. I think
Is it not
1980.
the largest tournament in the world now?
I believe it is.
Yeah, so 1980 is when they started. Actually, I think somewhat run or on the committee, a friend of ours, Andy, from the Kick Around.
Yeah,
Andy Swift.
Andy Swift. Actually,
Local
I think he's on the
legend.
board for this local. He obviously, there we go, the Kick Around, who will be having, I think, a weekly show or a daily show coming here soon with the World Cup. I think they're also doing a podcast. So those guys are pretty awesome. Although, side note, their Cumulus, who owns their radio station, just filed for bankruptcy, so we don't know what's going to happen there. But anyways, we're going to bring this up. Dallas Cup is coming soon. First opening day at the Cotton Bowl. We always recommend the Cotton Bowl. Speaking of that, the Trinity game, surface looked awesome. So maybe we're too worried.
Yeah, it's in great shape.
Yeah, but opening day, Sunday, March 29th, 2026, obviously, if this video is watched years from now.
It'll be this weekend, right?
Yes, that'll be this weekend. We got the super group here. Aston Villa, Toluca. I don't know that third team there. Huber, you're going to have to help me out there.
Botafogo. That's
Botafogo?
obviously it's the Brazilian. Yeah.
Oh,
There
I
we
thought we
go.
were
We
talking
got-
about the Whataburger logo.
Whataburger Parade. Yeah.
The water
Um,
parade.
Are none of these games at MoneyGram anymore? Or is that a thing that's not
No,
happening?
no. I
Are
don't
still
think.
doing games at MoneyGram, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
why,
at me
why don't we let
pretending I
our
knew things.
why don't we let our resident Dallas Cup expert here, Scott,
Sure.
dive in a little bit?
Yeah, Scott, go ahead.
Say I'm an expert. I went to several days last year, got sunburnt all to hell, but it was a blast. So yeah, Sunday the games start. There are games from 8 to 3 that day, just at all the usual complexes. I believe MoneyGram, which is no longer MoneyGram.
Yeah, it's Dallas Sports
Um,
Complex or something like that now.
There you go. Dallas, yeah, something like that. The fields just north of Toyota Stadium, that's where I hung out last year and will probably do the same this year. They will have 3 games at the Cotton Bowl at, I believe, noon, 2:30, and it's either 4:30 or 6:30. I have to double check that. 6:30. It's on the graphic. Botafogo versus Aston Villa.
So, Scott, what's the atmosphere like at these matches?
Honestly, it's a lot of parents watching games. I showed up last year. Okay, I say it's a lot of parents. I think it's a lot of parents and a lot of scouts. I showed up last year and it was, Monday morning, 8 o'clock, I think. And the first thing that happens is one of the chicks with whatever academy team comes over and is like, "Oh, what college are you with?"
Oh man.
Like, "Oh, hey, I'm just here to watch soccer." But yeah,
And that's how Scott ended up with a girlfriend.
Was it How I Met Your
Not
Mother?
at this
That sounds like-
tournament.
yeah,
Not
How
at
I
this
Met Your
tournament.
Mother.
no,
For sure.
it's a lot of parents who are very engaged. I very much enjoyed listening, or I got a kick out of listening to one dad last year just going after these teen girls and telling them, coaching them, hey, you got to speed up, you got to do this. And it got to the point where by the second half, he had two different girls basically telling him to shut up. I think one was his daughter and one was just another girl who just had enough.
There's nothing worse than sideline parents.
Oh, yeah, it's
and soccer
terrible.
has some of the worst, for sure.
We would get lucky a few times in the past where we would have a home game during this, and we could just go watch them all day before the match and then go to the actual game too.
Yeah. Well, you could still do that. I mean, there are academy games a lot of Saturdays before the FC Dallas games, starting at like 12:30.
I guess the joy I got out of it
Or
was I could
10:30.
run out there to all those fields in the complex, Dr. Pink and all that stuff over there. And I'm going to watch, Toluca play against, I don't know, Celtic.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so
Be honest.
I'm gonna sell it a different way because Scott is making it seem not so much fun. So I'm gonna give you a few. I'm gonna give you a reason to go. Right,
Sickos.
Soccer,
We
if you're
just
big,
watch it.
yeah. If you're a soccer fan and you want to watch, this is not overstating it. If you want to watch some of the stars of the future, some of the people who've played in this tournament before they were stars was David Beckham, Wayne Rooney, Freddie Adu. No matter how his career turned out, he turned into a superstar. This is where
Nolan Norris.
Nolan Norris
Was on the team, I believe, that won the Dallas Cup.
Paxton was on a team that won the whole thing.
Never mind. You're right. It's Paxton. Never mind.
It was Paxton. 2019. That's what this is. So
Get my guys
future stars. This is where you get to go and say, I saw them first type of energy, right? So, and that's domestic and international stars. This is, again, it's a massive tournament. Clubs from all over the world ask for an invitation, and if they get one, it's usually a yes, unless there's some visa issue. Obviously, the only year it wasn't held, I think, was COVID, so that was 2020. Nothing was held, so that's understandable. They're really rebuilding like everything else since that with attendance. Opening day usually has pretty decent for that 6:30 game. 3,000 or 4,000 people might be out there. So yeah, we just want to encourage everyone. We don't have a home game, as Hubert says. So if you have any time, bring your friends, bring your family, bring sunscreen, bring a hat. Obviously, we don't want to end up with although I think I saw the weather this
it cools down this weekend.
It's actually be cool down. So yeah, Dallas Cup. DallasCup.org, obviously, for tickets, and we highly recommend, unlike this Gorillaz album, we highly recommend you check out at least a game here, for sure. Any other thoughts on this before we move on, gentlemen?
Yeah, you can't understate. Scott, if you want to go first, go for it.
Yeah, just a quick thing. So it's the Gordon Jago Super Cup.
Jago, I don't really know.
He passed last year, but back last February, I believe, he did an interview with Chat by the Pitch podcast, and they discussed basically the history of the Dallas Cup. And it's a really good listen if y'all want to go.
Yeah, that's good to know.
That said, I don't go to the Super Group games. I go to the Academy games for FC Dallas, and whether it's, the boys or the girls, I'm looking for the people that are going to be on our team in the future. Benji Flowers, we mentioned him a few minutes ago. Paxton, Nolan, all of these people that have come up through the academy. That's who I want to see. I want to see them, Marcus mentioned being the hipsters. I want to see them before they're famous.
For sure. You guys, that's the reason, in a lot of countries, a lot of youth games, there's, 2,000-3,000 people a game, because you want to see the development. You want to be like, that kid can you imagine growing up and like you hearing a kid named Messi, and then 20 years later, you're like, he's the biggest superstar on the planet. That's pretty awesome. So
I've got just a couple of things to add in here with Dallas Cup.
Go ahead.
I don't think you can overstate how important this tournament has been to FC Dallas and their development. The times when people say FC Dallas is the greatest academy in the U.S., a lot of it is because of this cup.
Yes.
And the competition that they had been able to play over the years here. So constantly competitive against the best academies in the world. We should be proud of that. And honestly, Major League Soccer should be proud that they've got academies like FC Dallas and Philadelphia competing.
Yeah, I was just going to say you got Philadelphia here too, and that is, you know, if there is an academy that is better than Dallas right now, Philadelphia is up there. They've been producing some great youth talent.
Yeah, my second thing is, if you're afraid of numbers, do not watch a Mexican team because you're going to show up and some kid's going to be wearing the number 282 or something.
Love it.
Love it. He's the third. So before we jump off this right quick, I do want to make a note. Dennis mentioned to me or sent a screenshot. So apparently the first Atletico FC Dallas derby is going to be a U23 team, and I think that's next week.
I believe so. I believe it's no, it's I think it's first week of April.
First week of April, yeah. So they both play in UPSL. So hey, this is how rivalry start, man. Someone's gonna get 2-footed, and then it's gonna be a whole thing. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. Austin tried to push the rivalry with North Texas like that, and it was just pathetic. So
I just think it's cool. It's the first time these two clubs are ever meeting in any system anywhere, and I think it's just a cool thing that's happening. And it's not Austin and North Texas, right? These are two teams in the same city. So
yeah, I guess fitting for a club that's acting like Austin did when they came into the league.
Oh, now you're a hater? Oh my
God.
All right.
No, I'm hating on the personality right now. That's it. Just personality.
Yeah. I mean, again, at least once this game gets kicked off, it will show that they're not just a branding exercise. They actually have a team.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're going to transition here. On this segment of the podcast, we are going to talk about Dallas Trinity. Had 2 games this week. This is going to be Dennis's ISO right quick.
We put it off as long as we could.
We could. Jacksonville is proving that they are the best team in the league by far. They're doing better than Tampa Bay did last year. They're running away with it at the moment. But so I guess you can start off with the Lexington game first, Dennis. A quick recap of that, and then we'll
Well, Scott, Hubert, guys, feel free to jump in here at any point because I know you guys are at both of these matches as well. But Lexington was a tough one, right?
That was a dagger, man.
That was a heartbreaker, right? And Kat Barry, who is one of the best strikers in the league, did her job. 3rd minute of stoppage time, drew level, right? That's what she was there to do. This is unfortunately what happens when you're on a short turnaround against a really good club and against a really good keeper. Kat Asman came into this match 3rd in the league in saves. She had 44 by the end of the night. And she, like I said, she did her job. This was a tough one. They went down a goal and came back, scored off 2 great set pieces. And I had the story all written and ready to go and was about to hit send. And Kat Barry came in and broke everybody's hearts late in the game here. So
I think you texted me too, just like about how devastating that was. I don't think I have felt as devastated by a goal as I have by that goal in a long time.
Yeah, I think I saw Charlie Neal on the way out of the building, and I just looked at him, and it was just heartbreaker, and he just looked like his heart was broken. But again, this is one of the best teams in the league. Lexington had an incredible turnaround from where they were last year, and
they deserve to be where they are, obviously.
Right. And they've absolutely come to ball. Amina Ekic was part of that squad. They brought she had an assist in this match. And Amina Ekic, if you haven't been following, she was called up for the Bosnia-Herzegovina team for World Cup qualifiers, and she had, I think, 5 goal contributions in that match where they scored, I think, 9 on Liechtenstein. They scored, it was like 9-0 over Liechtenstein in a World Cup qualifier. So there are some really, really talented players in this league right now, and Lexington has them. And when we get over to this Jacksonville game, we'll talk a little bit more. But what did you guys see out of this Lexington match?
I mean, I liked watching that the Golden Girls didn't just give up at any point. Granted, this was a much closer game than the Jacksonville game, so we'll get into that more. But I like that we held on against Lexington, and we got a result in Lexington before this. So overall,
yeah, I mean, we stole one in stoppage time,
yes.
right? We stole one in stoppage time just
right.
10
the
days
context of it
one.
matters. Yeah.
Right.
So it sucks to drop points at home, but at the same time, it might just kind of come out even. I'm glad that we're competing with Lexington, I'll say, because I'll be honest with you, after watching Jacksonville,
would you call
live,
it a 2-horse race?
I don't want to. I refuse. Nah,
Sorry. I had
No,
to
no,
put
it's
that in
okay.
there.
I'm glad we're competing with Lexington. I think that's a skill level we can match, but I just think we got outclassed in the second game, and we'll get into that in a second.
I want to say one thing. As proven with KC Curtin last year in the NWSL, you can run the regular season, but if you can't, in this case, win 2 games to win the championship, does it really count for anything? So
right at the end of the day, the match day itself matters.
And as of right now, there is no USL Supporters Shield, so there is no prize for finishing the league first. It's just home field advantage throughout the 2-game playoff. But in this game, Sydney Cheeseman made her debut. So she came on in the 86th, I believe. So she made her professional debut. And I learned after the match that she does have some connection with Thackeray going back to their UNC days. So that's where she came from. And Lexi Misiomo got her, I believe, second goal contribution on the season, which a little bit less than I think we'd like to see after coming back from injury, but hopefully that gets a little bit better as we get down the stretch here. But she did have a goal there in the 79th, and Lauren Flynn scored just her second goal in 5 matches, which for a defender is kind of big news there as well.
Do you remember
Dennis? Go ahead, Scott.
Sorry. Do you remember when Misimo came back? Was it the November game, or did we have to wait till December to see her?
It was either the last game of December or the last game of November or the first week of December. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, so there have been 7-8 games since then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we had the 3 home games at least in December, and we've had 3 home games now this year. I forget how many away games.
For a club that was supposed to be, frankly, in a roster that was originally supposed to be built around Lexi, I just don't think we've seen enough from her yet. And, some of it could be nursing some injury stuff, and that's a long time to be away from the game, and it takes a long time to get back to the form she was in. But the way she came out of college and the way she performed in college, I think the expectations are still really high, and there's still some distance to go here on this.
Dennis, have you found out if it's actually pronounced Cheeseman?
It is pronounced Cheeseman, and Thackeray, after this match, also mentioned that she goes by the nickname Cheese or Cheesy.
Cheesy oh, that's good. I love it. We'll do something with that in the section.
Yeah, I know your wife won't allow you to wear a giant foam cheese hat, but
yeah, go Bears, I guess.
Yeah. But no, Cheese or Cheesy is the nickname per Thackeray. They know each other from both of their UNC days, so there's definitely some defensive coordination there.
We want to move on to the heartbreaker.
Yeah, I was like, I think we've milked it for too long. We got to talk about this belt to have.
We don't. Okay. So I'm gonna temper this by saying, look. Well, first of all, before we jump into the match, I do want to just give a little props here to Trinity for setting up the pre-match panel with the 1984 Dallas Sting women's team. The 84 Sting were the first women's club to ever be internationally and travel internationally. They went to Xi'an, China, to go play in a FIFA organized women's tournament where a 14 and 15 and 16-year-old mostly Sting club went and played some grown-ass women from Italy, Australia, and Japan, and beat the hell out of all of them to become the first ever women's world champions representing the United States, and really laid the foundation for what is now the women's national team.
Talk about
I've been saying Dallas needs to beat their chest a little more. We are the capital, right?
Yeah.
St. Louis likes to came in.
Hey, we don't need to beat our chest. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Isn't that the line?
That's a fact. What Nas said, I never have to brag about how real I keep it because that's my biggest secret. Unfortunately,
look, all I know is Kansas City's out there trying to push this Soccer City USA stuff all day, and I don't know. It's weird that you have to say it.
They don't even have a good barbecue.
Ooh, I mean, you're not wrong. Nashville all day. All right, so yes,
but But
Also,
so just real quick, I'm working on a piece that'll come out later this week about the interviews with that Sting squad. There's some incredible stories there, not least of which is that there is a member of that Sting team who was unfortunately not at this panel, but went on to play for the U.S. women's national team at the Olympics later on. That would be Ellen Weinberg Hughes, who is the mother of Jack, Luke, and Quinn Hughes of NHL and U.S. Olympic gold medal fame there as well. So fun story there.
Can I add one more thing about the Sting too before we
Please.
move on to the actual match? Unfortunately,
we're delaying this as much as we possibly can.
They were treated like superstars, man. They were signing autographs. I'm sure you didn't see it, Dennis, in the press box, but like not far behind the supporters section, like in the concourse, they set up a table, and man, they were being mobbed by kids. That I loved seeing a bunch of like little girls going over there and like talking to these legends. And it was just really fun to see, and they were just being treated like rock stars, and I think they deserve it.
I did get one of these, and it is autographed, so check that out.
Let me make that bigger. There we go.
Go ahead. Let me see my full screen. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Autographed by the 13.
I knew nothing. I knew nothing about this until Trinity had this event, and I'm glad that they're doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
See, see, when people criticize me for criticizing both the Division I leagues, it's for things like this. We should not be so absent in our memory. Right? We have the Soccer Hall of Fame here, and some of these stories aren't told, and that's what I'm trying to say. It's like this. I blame Don Garber for this kind of sorter, but I blame the Federation. This idea that soccer started here in '96 is really infuriating. Right, it's like anything that happened before Major League Soccer didn't happen, and that's not a way. Yeah, that's not a way you do it. But anyways, Dennis, 4-0. What are we doing?
Look, this was an absolute beating. This is a tired Trinity squad who played. This is the third match in 11 days. One of those was on the road, and even prior to that, they came home for the showdown, the friendly. So lots and lots and lots of minutes played here. And a really, really, really good Jacksonville side came to town and just put belt to ass, right? This is an unfortunate side effect. This league right now is Jacksonville and everybody else right now. I want to throw in some quick points here. Let me see if I can find this here. So we're coming out of this match. At the end of this match, there are 8 games left to play for both of these sides.
Yep.
Parks, who is the Sporting Jacks keeper, earned her 9th clean sheet and her 4th consecutive clean sheet. 9 clean sheets is a tie league record.
Wow.
With 8 games left to play. Paige Kenton got her her 2nd assist of the match, made it 7. That is a new league record. Behind her are 2 additional Jacksonville players with 6 apiece. So 1, 2, and 3 on the assist leaderboard is 7, 6, and 6. The league record right now is 7. And all 3 of those are Jacksonville players.
That's incredible.
Additionally, Ashlyn Puerta, who is the league leading goal scorer, also broke Allie Thornton's record with 17 goal contributions on the season with 8 games left to play. This is a very, very, very talented Jacksonville squad. And I'm not taking away from anything that went on yesterday, but this is a very talented Jacksonville squad who had 8 days off versus Trinity, who had 3. So
I feel like this is what was it Jake Paul did right after he got knocked out? Like, hey, let me list off his credentials. So he was heavyweight champ. He was
well, look, Jacksonville is the heavyweight champ right now.
Right?
Okay?
He's 6'7", he weighs 275. Like you gotta
yeah, look,
no,
at this point, I think we should sorry. I think at this point, I'm just happy we have taken a win from Jacksonville. It's insane watching this team play. And every time I watch Jacksonville, all I can think of is my favorite non-Dallas Trinity player has got to be Sophie Jones.
Yeah.
God.
I will say I don't know what the window is for this because after we played them, and I think like 2-3 weeks ago, they brought in 3 college players. I don't know what contract they're under. It's probably like an academy contract, but they've brought in reinforcements and they've gotten better. Because I remember 4 weeks ago, we were talking about how Lexington hadn't lost a game. Now they hadn't won every game, but they went 19 undefeated. Yes. Was that what they were up to?
Something like that.
And then I still think they've only lost the 1 game, right? Or are they up to like 2 losses now? right?
Yeah, one loss was to us. We handed them their first loss or their second loss of the season.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So they've only lost 2 games, so they're right there as well. So I mean, defense wins championships, as they say. The counterpoint to that is that Sporting Jacks has lots and lots of offense.
Yeah,
So
I think every player on the up front for that team can do work. And I was even speaking to a neutral person that was there just covering just soccer in the Metroplex in general. He was at the FC Dallas game on Saturday as well, but he was just looking at that game and like reading up on the Super League and the stuff that's been going on, and like all he could say was like, "Yeah, man, like just Jacksonville is clearly that team."
Yep.
There's not a whole lot you can do. So
go ahead, sorry.
No, it's cool. Like he could tell even just watching that game, like this is just that team. But a takeaway that he gave that I really enjoyed was his favorite part of the game. He said, at least, is watching both of these teams not quit. Because Dallas Trinity down 4 goals, Sporting Jacksonville up 4 goals. They were arguing for every call. They were asking for every single goal kick, every single corner kick, and that was something. Like one of the few positives I can take out of this game was that they didn't quit.
I will say that Dennis has mentioned this before. The thing about women's soccer is they want to bite your head off all the time. It's a lot of aggression, and it's good aggression. It's not like the Burrito Boys, which we will talk about in our Open Cup segment.
The malice of the Burrito Palace.
Yeah, that kind of stuff we don't really appreciate, right? I get being aggressive in the game, but once the game is done. What's the old Chinese proverb? I'm your opponent, not your enemy. I think we need to You need to get that.
I mean, yeah, you see it in players like Osazu Regide, right? That's yelling and arguing with a player, and like they're even like hitting each other on the field, and then after the game, they're like holding hands and hugging, and like they love it's part of the game. But
before we move on from Trinity, though, I do want to mention that game plan did not came a little bit undone in the 9th minute when Georgia Brown collided with Bethany Bose, and Bethany Bose is
what a horrible moment.
She was down for a little while. She went through concussion protocol and came off, and they brought Allie Thornton on for her. She was out. They were treating her for about 5 minutes on the field, and then she came off her concussion protocol and did not come back in.
She looked
I have not heard an update.
By the way,
I have not heard an update on her condition. So follow us on social. I will update as soon as I have anything to report on that. But all the best wishes to Bethany.
I do have 2 questions, and I guess either you guys or any of you guys can answer. A, the Allie Thornton fall off is a massive issue, and did we sufficiently bring in enough players for the tail end of this season? Right. I know we brought in a couple of people. Dennis actually broke a couple of stories, but so those are my 2 questions.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a good answer to your question, but I will say that this game in particular, Allie was playing like she had a monkey on her back. God, she was kind of unlucky to not get on the board, honestly.
Yeah, she had the
she
one
was
where
playing her ass off this game.
Yeah.
But that might be a better question for Dennis.
I mean, I'll think so from what I've seen, and it's not just an Allie Thornton issue. If you look at this club, they are, I think, 2nd worst in goal differential in the league. They're like -3 in goal differential. They have not been able to put goals on the board. They have not been able to service their strikers. Boss has a goal to her credit so far, and I believe an assist too. But the service just has not been there all season, and I think that's symptomatic of what you're seeing there. But to your latter question, I do think that they have brought in pieces exactly where they need them. They brought in an absolutely solid midfielder in Heather Stainbrook. She is incredible, and
she's been fantastic.
Yeah, my biggest concern with Heather Stainbrook is that Spirit come calling and bring her home prematurely. So hopefully we have her at least through the playoffs, and ideally they sign her through next season, but we'll see where that goes. Lauren Flynn has been incredible. 2 goals to her credit so far in 5 matches as a defender. So, a big addition there. Tyler McCamey has been great in goal. I don't think a lot of these were really on her directly. I think a lot of it was game planning and schematics and defensive breakdown in the back.
They erased her at that point.
I think either 2 or 3 of those goals were one-on-ones, right? There's only so much you can do with a one-on-one there.
Well, and do yourself a favor and go watch these the highlights. There was a touch of class in every single goal, man. The volley, the one-timer to just bury it. The fourth goal, the touch that player had to control that ball is one of the best touches I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe it. It's one of the greatest touches I've ever seen. It broke my brain, and I couldn't stop talking about it after the game.
Yeah, it was. This was just a domination. This was a really good team with a lot of rest, beating up on a team that had tired legs and just was out of gas. And it showed in every aspect of the game here. But Marcus, to answer your question, I do think the pieces are here. It's just a matter of getting the ship pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, I get the sense that we're. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna be like, so who do they play next?
Next, so they've got 10
Tampa
days
Bay.
off. They're not back till next Tuesday, and we get to beat up on lowly Tampa Bay, who's coming
God, I
in
hope
2-8-9 with 15 points.
We need to get right, game. Let's go.
We do. So this is just the league overview. Obviously, we're fourth. We're even with game 3 points ahead of DC for fifth. For fourth, which is the final playoff spot. We have one game in hand on Carolina. They're 3 points ahead. And then obviously, I don't know if we're catching Lex or Sporting unless something goes horribly wrong. But yeah.
I did ask the question.
Yeah.
I did ask the question of Nathan Thackeray. He still believes that this team can host a home playoff game.
He's all right. He's going to fight for second. So we're all here for it. As always, we are going to recommend not only Dallas Cup, we're going to recommend that you, if not season ticket, go out to at least one game, bring a friend to the Cotton Bowl to see Dallas Trinity play for sure.
Look, I know Dennis is about to hop off, so I'll catch you. I just wanted to add just 3 short things about Trinity as well, if you don't mind, Marcus. They're not big conversations. One of them is one that Jesse pointed out to me was we haven't seen this team win at home since December, and that sucks. 2, Cameron is Lancaster's looking more and more like a ninja in every single game. I can't believe how long she was sprinting all game this game. Phenomenal. I think she's still developing into something incredible. And then, man, this game became really physical, and we are getting our asses handed to us when the games get physical.
Yep,
for sure. All right, Dennis, we appreciate your time. Go earn your actual funds. We'll see you next
Bye,
week.
Dennis.
Somebody's got to pay these bills around here.
I can't relate.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Have a good one.
What were you saying, Scott?
Yeah, Scott, go ahead.
I was going to see if Dennis had time to answer one more question.
Sorry.
But it's not that important. I will say the game overall, both of these games sort of hurt. I felt like I feel like I'm getting close to that Nico mentality.
Oh no,
Nico Estevez, where I'm rooting for draws. And
we do not say that name in this house.
And that makes me feel just really terrible.
Broke my heart, Scott. You just broke my heart.
Dude, it breaks my heart.
Nico Ball gets you mid-table. Okay, Nico Ball gets you mid-table.
I started watching soccer with the tail end of the Nico era, the bad part of the Nico era. And yeah, it was depressing as hell. So this is not a good thing for me. The one, well, a highlight. There are more than one highlight, but a highlight. Attendance seemed better. You
attendance these last 2 games has been phenomenal. I don't know what it was yesterday, but
I don't know.
I'm sorry, phenomenal compared to what it was.
I think it's consistency, right? The fact that we're taking long breaks doesn't make right. We need a couple of consecutive home games and then some travel games to even it out. I'm not gonna lie. The Super League schedule this season has been all over the place, and I don't know why, because the only one who shares a stadium, if I'm not mistaken, is DC Power. Everybody else plays in a venue that they either control or they're the only one or they're the main person, right? Tampa Bay plays basically in a high school stadium, but they're the main person who play on a Saturday. Obviously, the Cotton Bowl is ours. Lexington has their own building. Brooklyn, minor league baseball hasn't started, so Brooklyn's not sharing it with anyone. So I'm confused by that. Who else? Carolina plays in a city-owned field, but it's between them and a USL League One team, a men's team. So I'm not understanding why we can't work around some, like the Cotton Bowl. I understand, right? For State Fair, no games can be played, right? Then they put a new field down, so we didn't play again.
Yeah, and obviously we've also seen that they've made an effort to not clash with FC Dallas. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
But
Yeah,
pick a consistent Sunday schedule.
Yeah.
Of the remaining games, I was looking at the schedule last night. Of the remaining games, we have games on a Tuesday, a Sunday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday at a different time. Like, I think what did Dennis say? We have 8 games remaining,
Yeah.
and that's 5 different like days and times.
Yeah.
4 different
I don't-
days with 5 different times.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not a scheduling thing because the city convention board or whatever, they have a run of the place until state fair. They can do
Right.
whatever they want until state fair.
Right.
I know we discussed earlier, maybe they didn't want night games because the safety concerns, whatever that is. But if you're going to pick 5 o'clock, then pick 5 o'clock, right? It shouldn't be 2, then 3. And it's not a TV window because you're on streaming, so no one cares
Right.
about TV window. I don't know. I mean, MLS kind of has the same issue. Like they're all over the place and they're not on TV either. So I'm,
Yeah,
but
it is a weird thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I hadn't considered that. It's streaming anyways.
that said, DallasTrinity.com, get your tickets. They usually have deals. We need to get some numbers down. It's a good time. They have really, as far as stadium food goes, it won't break your bank. It's really solid. So shout out to them.
And complaining aside, my point was the attendance was better these last 2 games.
For sure. Yeah.
So it does hopefully trend upwards.
On a quick Google, obviously I don't have any real sources. It's just something someone wrote on oursportscentral.com, whatever that is. Attendance was 3,741 fans. If we're getting that, that's sustainable.
Yeah.
I think I saw the average so far this season was somewhere in the 2000s. So this is above average.
Yeah. And to be
the
honest,
last 2 games have been that way.
Yeah, and that's annoying. It's for a league that depends so much on attendance. If you're going to be an attendance-based lower league team, or I mean, this one they're Division 1.
Yeah,
Friday it needs to be Saturdays or Friday nights. You pick Tuesday, Wednesday. No one's coming out. No one has time for that. Now, I think the reason they did it last week is because it's spring break for Dallas ISD.
Yeah, that's my guess. Because they got 3,650 fans in on Wednesday. It had to have been a spring break thing or something.
It's a spring break, and part of the deal with the stadium is that the city buys, what is it, 1,500 tickets,
sure,
and they just give them away. So
yeah.
But anyway, so
the numbers were there though, which is cool. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. Like I said, the field looks good. You could hear people on the TV.
The pitch looks great.
Yes, it's getting better. And again, we'll see what Atletico brings to the whole thing next season. All right,
let's hope it brings more hype.
Yeah, they're building. They're slowly building.
Yeah.
They're at the St. Patty's Day thing, so they're doing the work leading into the season. Speaking of which, this week we get to see the Crest 4 Rodeo. So for whoever cares about that, on March 27th, they're going to announce the rodeo.
There's a couple
crest.
of beer guardians who care.
Do we? Yeah, I mean,
it'll be for that. I can name one. I know that Holden's excited.
Yeah,
it'll be something for those of you who don't know.
It'll be something with a lasso. I can almost guarantee.
It's got to be, right? You got to own the corniness of it.
All right, so we're gonna stick with women's sports. This is the second week of NWSL. The only game I really got eyes on was
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Holden is the head of the Rodeo Clowns.
The Rodeo Clowns, the SG. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Redbeard, as he's known by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yes. Isn't he the one that had the Thor helmet?
Yes.
Right.
Made of like beer cans.
For sure. But yeah, and NWSL second week. Like I said, the only games I really got eyes on was somehow, I don't know how you managed to do this. Seattle lost this game, even though they were up 2 men in this game.
It was a fun
you watched that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, Portland is a good team though. So I mean, I'm going to give them credit, but that is a skill. Being up 2 men and losing 2-0 means you have some things to work out.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Legacy having expansion blues. They have not looked good in the highlights I've seen. And then the Currents, haven't gotten their legs yet, but it's looked good. I've also caught a couple of Orlando games. They look solid. I think Marta is on finishing out her career now. I think it's about time we say goodbye.
I'm shocked she's still playing, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, Washington Spirit looking good too. But like I said, the one game I got eyes on, watched the whole thing, was the Portland Thorn games. Anybody have any thoughts on NWSL this week?
Yeah, I think I made it abundantly clear last week that I don't really watch NWSL, but it's because I don't really have a rooting interest, and I'm still trying to find one. The main thing I'm seeing here is Houston won, and that sucks.
It does suck. Like I said, guy, you can pick the current, again, solid organization on and off the field. You can pick based on kit. I mean, we went through the kits. Which one do you like the most?
Yeah.
The Thorns, to me, because the men's and women's team, they market themselves equally.
Yeah, dude, the Thorns are awesome. I have a Thorns supporter scarf. I have a supporter scarf from San Diego, and I have a KC one and a Gotham one, I think.
Yes. So shout out to them. Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
I was just gonna say, going to ISC in January, I don't know that I met a lot of their supporters, but yeah, just learning which supporter groups go for which team has suddenly made me interested in certain, teams more.
It changes things, doesn't it, man? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I've been really rooting for Minnesota this year, in MLS, because I really enjoyed their supporter group.
Yeah, it turns out the Wonderwall is awesome.
Yeah, in the Portland-Seattle game, I was rooting for Portland because, I think I met a couple of their members.
Yeah, I remember meeting a couple of them, and I remember knocking one of them out in Bino, not to brag too much.
Oh, was that a Portland supporter?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn, but yeah.
Yeah, not to toot my own horn.
But he had beaten 12 guys before you.
That was so
lucky. I mean, to beat him, yeah. Let's go.
I got to brag on that one. Scott, did you watch any other games?
No. Well, okay. I had on one of the other games. I honestly forget which one because it was mostly me talking with my brother, and I just had it on in the background.
Sure, it happens.
Yeah.
It was Racing Louisville versus.
They played
whoever they played.
Spirits.
Washington.
Yeah.
Spirits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually catch whatever is on Prime, so that's usually whatever Prime.
That's fair.
Their Prime game. So yeah.
Marcus,
I did put
up the. Oh, go ahead, Scott.
I did look. I think Victory Plus might be free, which is what
it
the
is.
Several of the other games
they've had free ones on there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's their fast.
And they're sending push notifications on there. By the way, it's not just like it's there; they're pushing it.
Yeah, I would have expected a subscription fee, but I logged on and didn't see one, and I was able to watch games. So
no, because it's Victory Plus is basically what's remaining after Bally Sports after that network went out of business. Okay. So
gotcha.
Yeah, what were you asking? Did I put up what?
Have we put up the San Diego Sirens interview yet?
No, So here's the thing. For some reason, my computer doesn't want to download off that drive. So
we'll figure it out.
It took me almost like 6 hours to get the 3 I did, so I need to get the rest. But yes, I'm gonna post the other 3 this week.
I'll just get you a physical drive at some point if we need to.
Yeah. So we'll try to get that done. But yeah, so this is NW.
We got a good interview coming up with them though. Yeah,
for sure. So yeah, this is NWSL again. Support women's soccer. We do here. If you're local, Trinity is the way to go. All right. So we're gonna keep up with here we go, USL talk. Obviously there is still league CBA issues. Right. I think now they're expanding. They said they're gonna do a minute silence in the second half now. So
interesting expansion.
They're ratcheting up the pressure. At a certain point though, you need to make a decision, either strike or sign what they offer. I don't understand what we're doing.
I do wonder where that line is, if that line exists. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, we support labor here. We want, obviously every CBA needs to be an improvement on the previous CBA. From the rumors I'm hearing, the things that I'm reading, it seems like NIL is one of the big holdups. I think healthcare has been covered because I think everyone understands that professional sports, healthcare. Right. And it's really not that difficult because most of these teams offer healthcare to their front office staff. So it really isn't that much more difficult to add 23 healthy young men, right? That's probably got to be the cheapest insurance you've ever gotten, right?
Probably.
No smokers, all in shape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, easiest healthcare to add to that. So, but yeah, apparently NIL, from the things I'm understanding, apparently they asked for 1.6 to begin with. The league countered with 125. Obviously, that's a big gulf. 125,000 to 1.6 is somewhere. I don't know where you meet in the middle, like 700,000. But
NIL, by the way, for those who don't know, is name, image, likeness. Basically, it's just likeness in general.
yes, it's basically to get them onto not
rights of likeness.
Football.
Really. Yeah,
eFootball is what they're on right now, and then obviously they use some of these players for promo, like Sebastian Lletget, who's now at Monterey. They'll be definitely using him. I think if Jamaica qualifies, I think they'll be up to like 20 players that are going to be in the World Cup. So those players will be used for promotion. So I get the value.
Yeah.
I get the value. 1.6 million is ridiculous. On a side note, the WNBA got their CBA. They got a verbal agreement. Obviously, lawyers will get involved to iron out, but they got a verbal agreement, and the minimum went from 78,000 to 350,000 for the minimum. So that's a massive increase.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that happened.
Yes, and I think the max is now like 1.5. So like the max contract is like 1.5. The minimum is 350. So that's great. Obviously, most of those ladies, if you're really talented, you get a lot of your money not playing basketball, right? You get name, image, likeness type deals.
Right.
So, but yeah, so this week, USL Championship. Some really good games here. Louisville doing Louisville things. I think they're going to run away with it again. At some point, if I'm the coach, I start resting people and finish mid-table because obviously winning the league is not really working for you.
Yeah, it's not an option for Louisville, apparently. So
yeah, you've won the league the last 2 or 3 seasons and knocked out in the first or second round, and that's
God, how pissed would you be, man?
Yeah. So at a certain point, and in insult to injury, their coach left to go be an assistant at Minnesota.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Second time that Birmingham, their coach left to become an assistant with us. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but maybe it's good. Maybe those guys will coach and then get some USL some MLS experience and take it back. Jacksonville doing the opposite of the women's team and not playing awfully well. So from those games I've watched, but yeah, so this week. I plan on making a run to San Antonio, I think next month.
That's an easy drive.
Yeah, that should be fun. Yeah.
I think some noteworthy results here to talk about are Detroit and Indy. That's not a derby, but they don't like each other. They're close enough. I don't think they consider it a derby, at least. And then Phoenix and Oakland, I think, is a notable result. I think those are two pretty big teams, big fan bases.
Yes.
Worth noting.
No, for sure. It was a great weekend. Brooklyn, fix your fucking camera angle. I don't know how many times I need to mention this. They did take some of the nets down, so it was an improvement.
Progress.
They're so far away. Like they have to constantly zoom in every time the ball goes to the opposite field. And that
Scott, have you seen this Brooklyn camera thing that he's talking about?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
They're playing in a baseball stadium that has, am I right? Nets in the outfield? Is that where it is?
Oh, yes, they have nets in
the outfield in front of the camera.
That's no.
The camera is basically in the batting right wing. So basically, it'd be a foul ball. It's not even a homer. It's not an outfield. It's in the right field.
Oh, okay.
Their nets along. Now I get it. You don't want to get sued, and I don't know anyone who would get sued if they got hit in the baseball park. Like that would be a weird thing. But yeah, the camera angle is terrible. But yeah, go ahead.
What were you saying, Scott?
What was your question? Yeah.
You said this was Brooklyn?
Yes, Brooklyn FC.
Could it be cross brand cross promotion? Isn't there a Brooklyn Nets team?
I'm done.
Okay, my second question.
Anyways.
Marcus is over. Marcus is like, I quit. It's done.
Nope, not doing that.
Hey, it worked in my head. My second question, and it's purely just me not being familiar with them. This team in ninth, Loudon.
So Loudoun
Where
County
is
Loudoun County is just south of DC.
Okay, gotcha.
So Loudoun County started off as a reserve team for DC United. It is now owned by one of the big youth teams out there. So their version of Solar bought them. Which it needed to happen. Their attendance had been falling off the floor. Yeah. Players started complaining because the apparently DC wasn't. They had to do their own laundry. The shower that they have at the stadium didn't have hot water. Like it was becoming DC United was spending no money on this team, even though it's their reserve team.
What facility standards? Where we've heard that before, Marcus.
For sure. Another thing the players are complaining about is that a lot of these facilities, now obviously it's getting better. Like if you look at this list now, there's a lot of soccer specific
absolutely getting
things
better.
on here.
Yeah,
right.
I always go back to the and you know I think it's cringy to bring up Ted Lasso, but I'm going to bring up Ted Lasso. There's the episode where they do the complaint box. Some of the complaints is about the showers, and they fix the showers, and it immediately fixes team morale. Roy Kent in the shower saying, "Gaffer, fix the showers." So good.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you need. Man.
I have another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, the Western Conference, New Mexico's in last place.
Yes.
Now, pretty much the only thing I know about New Mexico is that
they're worse than El Paso.
What was it? 2 seasons ago,
they
were doing really well, and that Quill was the coach.
Yeah, I mean, teams come.
Are they doing badly, or has it just been 2 bad games, or
it's
two
bad
unlucky games? Okay,
yeah, it's too bad. They finished 7th last year, so I mean they're still a good team.
They weren't bad, yeah.
Okay.
They're high attendance. They're running into some NIMBYs right now. They're trying to build their soccer specific stadium.
Oh, they deserve one.
So apparently there's a backup plan now. So the city of Albuquerque is trying to divest from their fairgrounds, and part of the rehab is building a stadium there that would be maybe and then some NIMBYs are coming up saying, hey, you need to fix the roads around the fair park, blah, blah, blah. So they can't seem to catch a break, right? So you have people suing to stop their current stadium. They have everything ready. They have $30 million ready to invest. The owner's ready to go, but they can't seem to build this stadium. And it's unfortunate because they, again, highly attended. I think they're number 1 or 2 in jersey sales. Albuquerque is a market ripe for a good soccer team, but playing in a baseball is not a long-term solution. Yeah. Also, I listened to the owner interview. He's like, we've got to get out of this baseball stadium. It costs us almost $7,000 every game to convert it to soccer. That is not conducive to
For some perspective, they played San Antonio FC and Oakland Roots in their first 2 games. And they were both away games. So New Mexico hasn't even played at home yet.
Yeah. And didn't Oakland? I want to say I saw something about their attendance being really good.
Yeah, they've done a really good job at getting the attendance up for the very first game. So like last year, their first game right after the A's left was 27,000. Right. Okay. This year, their first game 14,000. They will fall down to about 6 the rest of the season, and then average out at about 8. So.
Yeah. I will say that Oakland has averaged, and it's only been 2 games, right? 14,000 this season. Again, 2 games. That's different.
Yes. So
that's more than an FC Dallas game.
I mean, you can fit them in that stadium, yeah.
For sure. So yeah, this is the USL Championship. Again, ESPN Plus, CBS Golazo, and Paramount Plus for any of these games. So shout out to them.
Caveat, sorry. Oakland Roots has only had 1 home game. So they're averaging it because they've had 1 game, their opener, and it had 14,000, whatever.
14,000. Yeah. USL League One, which is actually what I follow more. I'm looking forward to Boise. Their April 2nd is their home opener. It's officially sold out.
Awesome. Can't wait to see that.
7,200 is their official sellout, but we're probably going to do a little fudging with the fire department, and they'll get more than that. The league record is 7,500 attendance. I'm sure they're going to try to break that. And I'm going to go on a small rant here. Corpus Christi has officially pissed me off. They sent out emails. They're not going to get their stadium in time, so they're going to be playing at a Corpus Christi ISD stadium, which is it's almost as bad as Westchester with lacrosse football lines on. I'm so annoyed. Greenville also got bad news. Apparently they got a snowstorm, rainstorm, or whatever, so their stadium is also delayed. It's supposed to be June, so weather is not cooperating.
Delayed how much, do we know?
No official word yet.
Okay, because Greenville deserves to have a good stadium, man.
Yes,
I like that club.
I do. I love Greenville. They did downgrade what the stadium was going to be. It was supposed to be 60 or 7,500. It's now going to be 4,300 seated with 6,000 if you include standing room only.
And it's not. It's basically just seats on either side, right?
Yeah. So not ends. There's no seats
Yeah.
on the ends. I think they might do some bleacher seats on the ends just to do a supporter section
Right.
behind one of the goals.
Well,
But
at least
yeah,
it could be expanded theoretically. Hi.
Yes, they can always go up. If you look at it, it's just cement steps, and then they're gonna put seats all the way across of it. So it's a pretty easy thing. But yeah,
I want to do a shout out to Ford Madison for
Yes.
losing in the Open Cup to the Flint City Bucks, a team that no one's heard of but me because I used to live in Michigan and I watched them play.
I watched
No,
them.
I'm just talking trash to the team I used to watch locally.
Yeah, they were in
Won a game.
NPSL, right? I've watched
Yeah,
them when they played
yeah.
Detroit. NPSL used to be my league. You know, I'm always anti-establishment. Unfortunately,
NPSL is was.
NPSL has gone.
Fun, yeah.
But
But just shout out to
yeah,
the Flint City Bucks on that one.
yeah. So shout out to, we're gonna talk about that segue. But yeah, USL League One is a solid league, growing league, shrinking league, depending on how things go. We got some stadiums that are supposed to be opening. Fort Wayne, again, they had snowstorms. They said they're going to be ready by May 2nd. we shall see. It's gonna be a gorgeous stadium. I mean, the steel is up, seats are being put in, but again, May 2nd is 40 days
quick,
from now.
man.
Yeah. So shout out to them. What's up, Scott?
I was just gonna say, I'm just sad that there's no Texoma on this list.
We will get Salina next season. Salina, and who else is coming? There's one other team coming next year.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'll be honest.
Port St. Lucie. So we're gonna get another Florida team because that's what we need. Another Florida team. All right, so we're gonna transition here. Let me take this down.